Sick.
Hey.
We're here. We are here, brother. Well, dude, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast yet again, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely
man. Thanks for
stoked.
having me. And thanks for, accommodating us in our timing stuff. We actually I forgot we had practice tonight and, I
Dude,
just needed to make sure I was out of here on time.
I get it, bro. Priorities, man. Priorities. This is good. So obviously real quick as an introduction, we've obviously talked, you and I have talked, and we've had a podcast interview before, but people may not know, maybe not recognize because of obviously the name change. So let's do a quick little reintroduction of yourself and let the people know who you are, and we'll jump in, man.
All right, word. Hey, I'm Billy. I play guitar in a band called Sucker Punch. We used to go by Nude Shoes. We're like a pop punk emo band from New Jersey. Um, yeah, thanks for having me on again.
Yeah, dude. All right, bro. So obviously, elephant in the room. Why the name change?
Well, Nude Shoes started out as Andy's solo project, and when he started out, he was kind of just getting a bunch of well, it was all him. First of all, he wrote everything, and all the members that we had originally were like just random people that we kind of met on like forums and Facebook groups and stuff like that. So we didn't really like know them very well. So of course, like a lot of things just didn't work out, and I think we've been through like 7 members since like it started. And just again, just because we're not friends, they don't know how things will mesh and stuff. Um, and now it's we have everyone's influences involved, and or we're stepping towards a new direction, and it kind of it just seemed like the next thing to tackle, to like
The natural
rebrand.
evolution.
Yeah, just we're a new thing now. We have all my buddies are in on it now, where I have a stable lineup. Like we have a bunch of different influences, and it's not just Andy writing everything. So it's a good time now.
Yeah, dude. So obviously, Nude Shoes had a great run. I did notice that, like, when I searched for Sucker Punch, that Nude Shoes music is there now as Sucker Punch. Is that correct?
Yeah, so all our stuff got switched over with the name change. Since we've been through, I think, 2 different distributors. Um, so all our stuff got split up onto 3 different accounts, which is kind
Oh,
of arts
geez.
accounts, which is kind of annoying. And we were trying to do this like big release. We're Sucker Punch now, and then it got posted to some random person's artist page, not even ours. And like
Oh, dang it.
it was such a pain in my butt, man.
Yeah, dude. I bet, man. And I mean, like, there's a lot of logistical stuff anyway
Oh
in the process of a name change, and the process of kind of switching things over, getting into a new groove, and trying to get things set up on this new way. So like obviously that's already a pain in the butt, but then adding all of that to it, man, that sounds like quite the fun little deal to deal with, bro.
Dude, yeah, I drove all like 6 hours to Virginia from New Jersey to record vocals because we're doing like a little cover thing right now. We're going to be releasing that kind of soon.
Oh, sick.
So we were recording it the day before it dropped, and it was like a long day. Like I was, already stressed out from the drive and the process of recording. And yeah, like it was 12 o'clock hit, and I was like, it's finally, it's
The
finally
drop.
done. And then
It's
I go
here.
to check, and then it's just like, oh,
Oh, dude. Oh,
it
I
sucked.
feel that, bro.
Yeah,
I
it was
feel that.
miserable. Yeah, we're working on it now, though. We're trying to get everything onto one page where people could find us and stuff. Um,
Yeah.
but
Dude, I get that. Yeah, like it's funny because like I understand that in like a small degree, right? Like, um, I was doing like I'm terrible at social media, so like my
mhm.
Instagram is way behind right now, which I apologize to all the bands who I have needing to like who have episodes live who don't have a post on my Instagram page. I feel terrible, but at one point I was way behind, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get all these scheduled. I'm gonna get this thing rolling. And I do. I get all of these things posted. Things are starting. I'm like, yes, I got this. I'm finally catching up. And then I I realized that one of the posts it was a duplicate, right? Like not the
Mhm.
post itself, but the episode number. And so all my episode numbers were off, and it just like my OCD
Oh,
kicked in, and it's just like, and you can't just edit the photo, right? Because that's what
Yeah.
Instagram is. And so I had to delete it and upload again. And these
Re-upload
guys are like,
everything.
yeah, and I'm having to like, I want to still tag them. So now it's like I'm re-tagging them. It's like, I don't know, it's just kind of like this awkward. And so like I get that on a small degree as to what you're going through. And so, dude, that's oh,
Oh,
what
rough, man.
an
I mean,
experience,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's just I mean, next time we just won't change our name. We'll just start a
Yeah,
whole new thing and like
yeah, just
yeah, lesson learned. I'm not doing this ever again.
so what's maybe you have better insight. Like what's the advantage to a name change over just starting from scratch, like going with
Um,
something brand new?
so we already kind of, I mean, we already kind of have like an established fan base to an extent. We have listeners already, monthly listeners, downloads, stuff like that. So that carries over to the account. So from what I understand with like Spotify, and Spotify is king in terms of streams and
Yeah.
getting noticed on and put on playlists and stuff like that. Um, the more interaction you have on your page, the more likely you are to land on one of those playlists and stuff like
Makes
that.
sense.
So, and plus, it makes us more marketable. If we want to try to pitch to labels or anything, what I'm saying, like, so
Yeah.
having more numbers and more interaction on socials and on Spotify and stuff like that, because all that stuff's visible. It's like
Yeah.
vanity numbers, but it matters to an extent for sure.
Well, and I mean, yeah, like regardless of like what we want it to be, that's just the landscape,
Yeah,
right? Like it's I don't know. It's nice being independent because you don't have to worry about that stuff as much, but it is challenging because now you may not worry about those things. You may not care as much about those things, but ultimately that limits, like that puts a lot more stress and a lot more weight on your shoulders to make sure, hey, that this is all coming together, that everything is accurately, like not accurately, but consistently growing and consistently performing. And man, that's like there's so much to all of that that just kind of, I don't know, it takes away from things, but dude, I'm glad that it's at least going well. And obviously the debut single, freaking dope. Super awesome. Tell
I
me
appreciate
tell me
that.
about that one, man, because I did notice it was much more on the pop punky side a little bit. It was a very upbeat, peppy, just fun, dude. Just kind of like came out the gate swinging. I guess Sucker Punch makes sense, but tell me a little bit about the new single.
Yeah, so I mean, we kind of wanted to go towards a direction of like the mid 2000s kind of sound. That's what we all grew up on, like the
Yep.
Used, Taking Back Sunday, stuff like that. There's some Thrice influence in there, Coheed. I know Andy loves Thrice and Coheed. Um, yeah, we just wanted to come out with energy, just like pure energy, something that people will bop along to, people will dance to, people will mosh to, like it's just energy. We want to capture like the energy of like a live show, and we want people to like experience that through their speakers and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
know, it was a fun process though. It was I hate recording.
Oh, you
I
do?
oh I hate recording, dude.
I
Like
didn't
all
know
my
that.
musical like talent goes out the window as soon as like I hear a metronome. It's miserable.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm just not
Why
good.
is that? Like, what do you think it is, man?
I don't know. Like, I guess I'm just like put on the spot, and I'm like, I don't know. It just I'm in charge of like a lot of the logistics and stuff like that too. So I guess
Mhm.
it's just like I just get tired mentally, once it finally gets to it, it's like, fuck, you
Yeah,
know.
dude. No, I get that. I get that. Like, there is something about like the formality, right? Like having it be such a formal thing, like
Yeah.
finally getting things kind of like up and going and rolling. Um, but like obviously, when did you guys release the single? It was relatively recently, right? Like,
I can tell you in a second.
dude, I get that.
I think it was in November.
So it's only a couple weeks though. Really, it
Yeah, it
hasn't
was
been hasn't been
like
terribly
late
long.
November, I think. Yeah, it's been out for a couple of weeks. Yeah, the
Okay.
feedback has been great though. People have been really digging it.
And that's what I was curious about with obviously this being a debut, right? It's a quote unquote debut because
Yeah.
it's obviously you guys have been together. The makeup of the band obviously has changed a lot over history, but in terms of the band itself is still very, very much the same. You guys are the same, but it's just, hey, we are now more collaborative. It's more of a group project. We want to make sure that we kind of branded as such, which I think is pretty dope. But what were people thinking as they were like, okay, what were kind of expectations when you guys made the change to Sucker Punch? What were people saying? And then as the music dropped, what are like some of the dialogue that you guys have been having there?
So a lot of people just didn't like the name Nude Shoes. You know, like I feel like we had the discussion last time. I don't think a lot of people knew what Nude Shoes were. You
Yeah,
know?
it's kind of strange. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
I don't think it really fit. Like if we were like playing like basement shows in New Brunswick and we were playing like Midwest emo, I think we that it would fit the sound then. So I think it's just like it's more pop punk. It kind of it fits into hardcore a little bit. So like it's more suited for what we're going for.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. People like it seems to like it better. You know, it's more energy. You
Yeah.
know, cooler name. I think personally.
Oh, I think the name's dope. Yeah, when you reached out to me, I was like, yep, that's it. Kind of, it's got that vibe. I mean, obviously, like the the thing about like band names and like you can name it anything you want, but Sucker Punch is an easy one to kind of like to have a branded, right? Like you can kind of
Yeah.
you can build around it because it's more memorable. It's something that people like. You hear the phrase "sucker punch" and you're like, oh yeah, I know that phrase. Like it's already there's already a connection, right? And so
Hmm.
that makes sense, man. And obviously with everything going on, where are things at, man? Like you guys have probably pretty big plans going forward here with like because obviously you planned out the name change time, right? You're changing name, you got this whole scheduled out. And
Hmm.
I don't expect the whole roadmap because obviously there's you gotta keep your stuff secret,
Yeah,
but like
we
where are
have
things at?
the start of 2022. We got a bunch of stuff going on. We're
Heck yeah.
we got a couple releases coming out. Um, some being more visual, some being music. We're trying to plan some shows right now. We don't have anything booked for January, but February we're starting to put some stuff together. If anyone wants to play, hit us up. Yeah, we're down for anything. But yeah, man, I'm really excited. We have a bunch of cool music coming out. Um, I want to say in a couple months we have like an EP coming out too, so we'll have like a whole bunch of new music coming out. So
Dude, that's so exciting. I'm
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 pumped.
always I'm always pumped. Like one of the coolest things for me is like this opportunity. It's kind of an awkward situation for me at the same time where it's like I'm super stoked that I get to talk to you again the second time. The hard part is like I asked a lot of like the original questions, right? In the first
Yeah,
one. And so but this is cooler for me because now I'm like, I get to be just like, I get to be super pumped about it because I'm invested. You know what I mean? I'm
yeah,
invested in your guys' story. And so I'm super pumped for all of this because when you announce like the name change, I was like, this makes sense. This is sick. The vibe, like the name matches the vibe and like how did you guys like decide not on the name, but like when did you guys decide all right it's time to kind of put away Nude Shoes, which is technically not a group project, right? It was not really the investment of everyone.
yeah.
So
Well,
when did you guys finally decide that to change it?
we already had the record recorded actually, and we've been sitting on it for a while, trying to like plan everything out with the trying to plan out when through the pandemic and whatnot. But eh, we
Yeah, dude.
yeah we changed the vocalists up, like, so Chris is doing most of the vocals, Andy's doing probably like 25% of them now.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and it's just like a different sound. We were talking about it, and we're like, hey, can we have like just like a Discord chat real quick and maybe talk about some things and see where everyone's at. And everyone kind of agrees, like, yeah, like I feel like Nude Shoes isn't really, what we are anymore. It's a different sound. People to listen to Nude Shoes, they would, expect to hear like Andy's voice and maybe
Mhm.
more upbeat, kind of happy vibes and stuff like that. Not that we don't have the upbeat vibes anymore, but it's just a little different tonally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was like obviously, you said it was kind of a group call on Discord. Was there any sort of like disagreement or was everyone on the same page? Was there any sort of question about whether this should actually happen?
It was No, not really. Everyone was just like, "Yeah, let's do it." You know, like let's
Sick.
go for it. You know, I think, like you said, branding wise, it just made more sense for us. You know, it sounds more
Mhm.
pop punk. It's you know, it's already a saying that's you know a thing, and also we named it after we were looking at Pokemon moves that Gengar can learn, and we
Yes,
were like,
dude.
"Yo, sucker punch, let's do it." That sounds pop punk as hell. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
Gengar would have that ability, you know, to sucker punch someone, dude. He's kinda
Oh, dude,
gangster.
yeah, it's such a good move too, man. I don't know if you play the game or not, but it's got, you know, +1 priority. It's got 70 base power. It's a solid move.
Yeah, dude. Which game is that in?
I think it was available to Gengar Gen 4. So I think Diamond and Pearl on, maybe. I
Okay.
could be wrong.
'Cause like, I played way back original, like, Pokemon on the Game Boy Color, right? Where you'd get, like, the colored version of the game and really, like, whatever cartridge it was, that was just the overlay of color that you had on your screen. It wasn't
Yeah.
really colored, right? Like, I got the blue one and the yellow one, right? The
Okay.
Pikachu and the
Blastoise.
Squirtle. Oh yeah, Blastoise, yeah, but Squirtle was my jam, dude. I never wanted to evolve Squirtle into Blastoise. I was like,
Dude, he's so cute, dude.
dude,
And
he's just so cool.
he's a little cutie for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
dude.
yeah, I've been playing Pokemon since like I think Gen 4 was the only one I haven't played. So I just got the remake.
Oh, okay.
So I'm pretty excited to play it. I want to give a go at streaming on Twitch.
Do
So
it,
I'm
brother.
working on setting that up because I have it right now. I just haven't played it because I'm trying to
Bro,
figure out like how to
any
do it all.
pointers you need, I can give you what I understand about like, what I know. I recently so I still stream video games. So I was originally streaming, like, the podcast on Twitch, and it just didn't
Mm,
make sense. So
yeah.
I switched the podcast over to YouTube, and it's officially finally, like, I just barely launched it, and I'm like,
Oh,
"Yes, I
word.
finally am doing it," right? So, like, right now, it's like it's going to YouTube, everything's gonna be great.
So is
Um
this on YouTube like right now as we speak?
Right
Like
now,
it's
as we
talk?
speak, yeah, I just barely,
Oh,
like,
word.
I'm the stream itself will be live, and then I like, it you can watch it live, but then I take it down, and then when the episode goes live, I repost it, and I'm gonna do clips and stuff from
Mhm.
there. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm stressed because 'cause I'm like, "Dude, that's a lot of extra work," but,
Yeah, oh, trust me, man, like, just repurposing stuff for more content, like, across other platforms like TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, all that bullshit, you know, like,
dude, it's so
it's
much,
it's a
brother.
lot of work, man.
It really is, but, I mean, ultimately, like, that's the only way you really actually get something
Just
because, like,
engagement, yeah,
yeah, dude, I feel like I've got something here, right? Like, I've got a podcast that, like, is sweet. Like, I've got
yeah,
some sick guests. Like, it's so much fun talking, and, like, the podcasts are super chill and fun, but, like, it's hard to grow it when all you're doing is just podcasting. So I was like,
yeah.
"All right, how do I do this?" You know? So I'm my wife is, like, trying to educate me on how to do stuff. I'm like, "I wish I just had her drive and ability to do this stuff, bro,"
Dude,
because she just got it
it's a
going.
lot, man, and, like, a lot of the day like, a lot of the time, I don't wanna do it, like, it sucks, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it does.
You just have to, you know, just do it. I just watch some, like, inspirational stuff, and I'm like, "Okay, I can do it, I got it," and then,
Yeah.
you know, I'm
Well,
out the door.
what's your inspirational stuff you're turning on if, like, right now you're like,
Oh
"Dude,
god, man.
I gotta get on that, so I gotta fix that stuff up, I gotta get this going." What are you turning on right now to get yourself motivated?
It's gonna sound really, you know, like, bro culture, but, like, dude, I love hearing people, like I love hearing people's stories on, like, Joe Rogan's podcast, and, like, I love hearing Jordan Peterson talk about people getting their lives together, stuff like that, like, that stuff's really inspiring to me. Um, yeah, there's so many people who've overcome, like, so many different, like, adversities and, just challenges and, like, mentally, physically, you know, where they were raised, like, it's like, you know, like, I have it good. I have it real good, and I'm complaining, dude, like, there's people who don't have, like, any of the privileges that I do, you
Yeah.
know, and they are
Mm.
kicking ass, you know, I'm like,
Really though, dude.
yeah, and I'm like, "All right, now I feel like shit. Let's, you know, let's step it up a bit, you know, like, let's do it."
Who are some of the people who really, like, inspire you from those? Because I'm in the same boat, bro, like,
Yeah,
I I don't know why Jordan Peterson's such a controversial character, but, like,
I don't know either, man. I think people wanna pick apart and misrepresent what he's saying. I love him a
yeah.
lot. He's awesome.
Well, I
Um,
mean, he's inspiring, like, he's inspiring some of the people who are kind of hardest on themselves, the ones most ready to do some self-harm, right? Like his big focus is like, I just want to help young men to not kill themselves, right?
Well, it's
Like
not
that's
even just young men, you know, it just like so happens to be like that 80% of like YouTube's audience is male,
yeah.
you know, so like,
Yeah, it just kind of happens, right? It's not that
yeah,
he intentionally does that, but he has, he has like a very positive message,
yeah.
right? Like his message is great. And so like who are some of the people who like obviously you said Jordan Peterson, but who are some of the people that have really inspired you most?
Oh damn, man, I'm blanking. He had this one guy. I mean, Jocko's pretty cool.
Jocko
Um,
Willink, dude. What
yeah,
a
he's
bad
awesome.
A.
What was
Bad
he had
A.
that one black guy who was like he was in the Navy. He had
Oh, the Navy SEALs, David Goggins.
David Goggins. He
Dude,
is the goat, man. He's
dude.
insane. He's a monster.
He his mental outlook and his mental like way of looking at life messes with me, dude. Like he is so intense. Like I was watching there was a TikTok, he was just running down the road, just
Mhm,
like and he was talking about in SEAL in like Bud's training, like Navy SEALs training, they the Navy SEAls would know where the halfway point is and where the end of the run was. And
mhm.
so like when he was an instructor, he'd start to hear them getting excited and he'd just run past the end and make them keep following him. And he's like, I wanted to break their spirits. I wanted to take every joy, all that joy from them. I was like, dude, this guy he just
Sadistic.
wants to just take it, dude.
Yo, yeah, man. I mean, like, so I did like a lot of sports in like high school and stuff like that, and like looking back at a bunch of that stuff now, I kind of just like learned some lessons and stuff
Yeah.
from it. Even I didn't realize it then, but like when I was doing like races and track and stuff like that, like a lot of kids would see the finish line and slow down. You know, they wouldn't
Hmm.
run through it, they wouldn't power through it, and like finish strong, man. You gotta like
Yeah.
run it, finish
Yeah.
strong right through right through the end, and show how hard you work.
Yeah.
Like that's something like you're limiting yourself so much by like seeing like visualizing. All right, the end is near. I
Hmm.
can take it easy now. Like, don't take it easy. Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
dude. I didn't know you ran track.
I wasn't great.
Oh, dude.
I ran track, I wrestled, I played soccer, and I did cross country.
Dang, dude.
Bunch of stuff in high school.
Okay, that's sick. Yeah, dude. What did you run in track?
I did the
Oh,
down a guy.
hold up. We're cutting out. Give me a second here. Let's see. Is it gonna come back in? Oh, there we go. I think we're getting you back here. It cut out for a second there. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, you're still cutting out. Dang it. All
I
right,
can
you
still
back?
hear.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. All right. Sorry. On my side, you're cutting out. My bad, dude. All right.
you're
Yeah,
good.
yeah, you're back now.
What did you last
I
year?
heard nothing. I literally
Travel.
asked what you ran, and that was it.
Oh, it's good stuff. So I ran the 110 hurdles, I ran the 400 hurdles, and kind of basically whatever else they need me to do running wise, like so, or more sprints. So like I did like the 400 relay, the 400-meter
Yeah.
relay, stuff like that. Why did you do track?
Oh, I did. Yeah. I ran 1 year. I was like, I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
I didn't have what it took, dude. Like I just didn't. There was a few reasons for that. One was I was lazy AF in high school. Like
Okay.
lazy, dude. Just and it wasn't because like I wanted to be lazy, but it was I had this mentality and I'm sure you've kind of gotten in like as you've focused on a lot of these like learning and like looking at these various like inspirational type things. One of the things that I learned about myself was I was coddled, right? Like, oh,
Oh
you're
yeah.
so talented, you're so good, you're so smart. And so when something was challenging, I just didn't try. I was just like, oh, if this is challenging, it's obviously not meant for me. Like I
That's not
should,
meant for me. Yeah.
yeah. And
Uh,
so yeah, that was kind of me in high school, man.
I mean, a lot of people.
Oh man, we're cutting out again, dude. Well, at least on my side, you are. Sorry, dude. You said a lot of people what? Dang it, dude. What is happening? I must be having some internet issues on my side, dude. So super sorry. You said like a bunch of people what?
A bunch. Actually, that might be me. Wait, could you hold on 1 second? I might
Yeah,
have
no
cut out
problem.
again. You there?
Yep, yep.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, my internet's dumb and it has like 3 different like things it automatically connects to, so it's not even me. So that's my
Oh,
bad.
been there,
Um,
done that, dude. No problem.
but I forget what we were talking about.
Oh, we just, I was talking about how like
Pushing
I was
yourself,
coddled,
yes.
so I was kind of a lazy kid, like when something was challenging, I would quit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of grew up with similar mindsets and stuff like that, and it's kind of unfortunate because like if once you're pushed and once you like really grind, like you kind of appreciate hard work a lot more, I
Mm-hmm.
think, and like it's more satisfying once you do complete it, man. Like like one of the takeaways I got from wrestling was like my first 2 years I was JV, and I was just fucking around with my friends, just like rolling around, not really taking it seriously. And then I started to, I started to get a little bit through practice and stuff like that. But once I got thrown in with like the varsity and I started wrestling people who, like I start to practice like it was an actual match every time.
Yeah.
It was like 80% to 100% every practice. And like, dude, like the progress went up. Like I got
Mhm.
so much better within such a shorter amount of time. Like I became like a captain my senior years. I mean, not like like hard work pays off, man. Hard work really pays off.
Absolutely.
Grind.
Yeah, dude, it's so true. Yeah, like because like I said, like
Like
so in track, like see, and this is the problem, right? So like I did wrestling for a short time, all because like
mhm.
my dad wrestled in high school, and so it's kind of an
Okay.
expectation that my brother and I would wrestle in high school, and so my brother did, and he was great. He did a really good job, and then I started, and I was like 3 mile runs every morning, and I was just like, dude, like why am I doing this, right? And so like finally some dude comes in. He's like 2 weight classes above me and we're sparring and he's trying to impress the coach. And I'm sitting there trying to just like not die, right? Like
Yeah.
just like and he just pummels me into the ground, just absolutely picks me up, locks my arms in and just slams me to the ground. Got the wind knocked out of me. I pretended to have a broken rib because I was like, dude, I'm out, dude. I'm done with this. And I just quit. Right. And I'm like, dude,
Oh,
I look back and I just like, dude, these are things that I need to tell my sons so they don't do that. You know what I mean? Because it's like, that's
yeah.
just stupid. That's just stupid.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I that's something you definitely like would regret. Like, uh, but yeah. I mean, now though. And you
Yeah.
understand, and you can teach that to your children. You can teach like the hard work and the value of it. Um, Yeah, I remember when I was this is when I was starting to get a little better and I was just starting to get into the varsity level of things.
Hmm.
We were had a match with this one team and my coach comes up to me and goes, "Billy, you're wrestling varsity today." I'm like, "Hell yeah, put me in, coach, put me in, coach." But what they didn't tell me that I was wrestling like the number one kid in the state.
Oh,
So like
dude.
I got out there and I got flattened like a pancake in like 20 seconds. And I was like, "What the hell is this?" I was pissed. But yeah, it's fun. It was a good time though, man. You take your lumps, and again, just hard work, definitely makes you stronger, makes you
Yeah.
it pays off in the end.
Yeah, dude. I'm all about that. Like I'm not about to just like put adversity on someone's shoulders for no reason, just like
Oh
make them
yeah.
have a hard life for no reason. But I am all about not giving my kids handouts. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
dude, I'm not gonna make their lives difficult, but I am gonna make it so they have to earn their crap. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I think there's uh a lot of stuff people can learn from like responsibility, like instilling a responsibility on the kids and stuff like that, so they don't just grow up to be little shitheads.
And you can't guarantee that they won't anyway, right?
No,
Like
you can't, dude. Yeah, you can only do your best.
oh, dude, that's amazing. Yeah, have you read David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me?
I actually can't read. No, no, dude, I try to sit down and read a bunch of stuff, man. Like, my brain just doesn't like it, and
Oh, dude,
I really hate it.
I
Like, it
say
bums me
read.
out.
Like I have to do air quotes when I say read
Mm.
because I do audible, dude. Like I'm all about
Oh,
audio.
Audible.
So I don't read. I listen to audiobooks, but I say I read something, right? Because
Yeah, yeah.
I mean I do like I listen to it while I'm driving or while I'm working out or whatever. And I'm like, do I just tell people, oh yeah, I listened to this book, and then people are like it's just easier to say I read, and I don't know why. I just kind of do, but
Oh,
I would
trust me, man.
recommend
It's
it.
just
It's
like,
cool.
yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just easier to say certain things, and like
Hmm.
I get it.
Yeah. But yeah, I would recommend his book. It's intense, bro. He is next level. He is he's a next level type person, bro. Just taking
Yeah,
life by the horns and just
yeah. I mean, there's something to learn from people who have overcome things, and there's something to learn from people who are successful. You know, like yeah, it's just. I mean, I'll definitely check it out. I drive like for a living, so
Oh, are you still doing all the geese stuff?
yeah. Unfortunately,
Sick. Sick.
no, I
Dude,
hate it.
I mean, you got your dog still though, right?
I do. You know, they're cool and everything. I'm just so over it. I hate this job so much. But like, I tried to listen to audiobooks, but every like after every sentence it would be like turn right at the light. You know, like I would just, my GPS would ruin it, and I'm trying to get like all like.
Uh,
We're good. Okay,
oh yeah, we're back. We're back. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't like us today, but we're good, dude.
it's
It'll be
fine.
that's what post is for, right? You just kind of
Yeah,
clip it
just
and make it sound good, you know? But dude, I get that. No, I get that completely, dude. Just like sometimes just like you need a change. And like I recently started a new job just because you know, they reached out to me on LinkedIn and I was like, all right, you know, let's listen to them, let's hear what they got to say. And the biggest thing I've learned is dude, I just need a new challenge all the time. I need something
yeah.
new that's going to keep me learning and growing and keep me kind of on my toes. And it's been huge, bro. Like the last few months have just been like crazy huge
That's
learning
awesome.
opportunities. And so
See,
like I
that's
get
so
that.
great, man. Like I mean, I'm like my job, like it's the same thing over and over again. I'm not really pushed. I'm not really tested, and like you know, I'm just staying aware the entire time, and I think it's really starting to take a toll on me mentally too, and
Yeah.
physically. Like, I don't like it. I'm not, you know, not that it like that anyone could do this job or that like people who do this job are dumb dumbs. Like it's just for me personally, I want to challenge myself and I want an opportunity to better myself. I want to come home from work and be like, yes, I killed it. You know, like I
Yeah.
did good. I learned something. I did something cool. You know, like yeah, I just want to have like a more of
Yeah.
a reason and
No, I get that, bro. I get that. I
stuff
y-
though, you know?
yeah, man, I get that, and that's not to say either, and I'm gonna put words in your mouth, but I'm assuming you'll be all right with it. But it's not to say either that you're not grateful to have a job. Like you're not. It's not that you're like ungrateful for this because it is. Yeah, like, obviously it is. You know, you have a job. You're blessed that way. But it is like there is something about having something that gives you that fulfillment. There's just something powerful about a kind of having that ownership at the end of the day and just knowing that hey I accomplished this and I feel good about what I did today.
Oh, word. You know, I mean, the music stuff kinda, like, does a lot of
Hold up, we're cutting out again. Dang it, dude. It's all good. I got markers so I can easily edit this, you know, make it nice and quick. All right, are we back? Are we back? Oh, still cutting out. Dang it, man. I don't know what's going on today. Could be my internet too. Let's see. let's let's click this and see what's going on here. No, it's not gonna help. All right, eventually you'll be back and we'll be able to resume this. I'm not. Oh, there we go. We're getting a little circle. There we go.
good? Good?
Yeah, I think we're back, dude. I think we're back.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, dude, like I said, I put words in your mouth, but I assumed that you wouldn't mind because it, you know. Oh crap, we're cutting out again. Dang it all. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right. Got all these markers set so that way I can easily just snip it away and make it nice and smooth. Do you wanna try and, disconnect and reconnect? I'm not sure what's going on.
And so I
Something
just
weird.
leave studio and come back?
Yeah, yeah, try that real quick because something's weird is happening. I'm not sure what's going on. We'll get Billy back in here, and it'll be It'll be perfect. But while we're at it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Obviously, I need to figure out my scheduling for the podcast, make sure that all the videos are going good at times. There we go. Are we back? We're back. Let me add them in here. Beautiful. All right, brother. We got this, dude. All righty. We're going to make this thing work. I don't know how, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna tell it who's boss, you know? Okay. Let's see. Dang it, dude. Still the same issue. All right. We back? We back? We're gonna
I think so.
All right, we're gonna actually work this time, I hope. All right,
Fingers
cool.
crossed, baby.
Yeah, dude, fingers crossed, man. We got this. This'll work. Well, dude, I am curious though. Obviously, like you said, you know, the music obviously helps with kind of that fulfillment side of things and kind of getting that um finding that success, right?
Yeah.
Like what is like when you come home after working all day and you kind of feel like, man, that wasn't everything I wanted. Um, are you sitting down and writing? What is it that like how does the music actually like kind of get you out of that headspace and into a better headspace?
Um, I think just getting excited about it in general, you know, like or like if I know we're working on something and we get it back and it's like, yo, this is coming together. That's super cool and inspiring. Like there's nothing better than like, putting a lot of effort into something and putting the time into something and to have it all come together for the first time, like on a more professional level, and it's like, oh my god, this sounds like so much better than it did for the pre-production stuff, and it's killer. But
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
I you just have to love it, because like again, I hate recording, I hate you know yeah, I guess just sitting down and doing it, but like it's so rewarding, and like I just love music, and I love creating things and messing around on guitar, like because a lot of my songs and stuff are literally just like you know songs that I tried to learn, and you know I just either rip off, not rip off, but like make get inspired by and stuff like that. Um, so I don't know, like I listen to like, a lot of crazy different stuff, like a lot of metal, a lot of progressive metal, hardcore stuff. So it's not just like pop punk. I want
Yeah.
to feel like I want to kind of figure out something that like incorporates elements from all these different things.
Yeah,
So
dude.
it's cool. Again, I just like using my brain, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, and you're right. Like what you said is absolutely fact, right? You have to love it.
Mhm.
Because like the fact is like also it's not easy, right? It's what you're
It's
doing is not easy.
not
People may
easy and
think,
it's
"Oh
not
man,
cheap. Yeah.
oh, it's not cheap." Yeah, dude. That's actually ironic. Obviously we already had our interview what was it, February, dude, long time ago. Was it
That was
January?
like
But this
2 years ago, dude, or something like that. That's
it's been a
insane.
long yeah, it's been a long time, dude. I don't know when it was. I think it was 2019, right? I don't know. It's just crazy, dude. But anyway, I obviously, at the end always ask questions and I came up with some new ones so that way we could get some new stuff from you. So
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
we got different ones, but I like you're right, dude. Like it there's an investment of mental energy, emotional energy, and physical like investment of like obviously monetary investment. Yeah, dude, just
Yeah.
so much money. It just
Mhm.
and like studio time is not cheap. Like it's
Oh, it's
crazy
not at all,
expensive.
man.
I did not know how expensive it was. And when I learned, I was like, holy frick, how are albums like, how is this possible for independent artists to like do this, dude?
Dude, I don't know, man. Like thank God, like home recording has become so much more affordable. Like
Yeah.
so much more
And much
affordable.
higher quality too.
Oh my god, yeah, it's insane. Again, like I built a DIY vocal booth. I mean, it cost me a
Yeah.
couple $100, but like I can do that when I can record vocals wherever now. I can break it down, build it
Mhm.
somewhere. I'm not confined to a studio or my bedroom. I can do it wherever. I can bring my
Yeah,
whole
dude.
setup and go anywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it comes with the love thing, man. Like I love gear. I love accumulating, collecting and stuff like that. And like if I know I'm at the
I'm cutting out again, brother. Sorry. All right, you're back. Oh, nope, you're not back. You were back, and then you're gone again. All right, now you're back.
there you go.
There we go. You're saying, um, oh, sorry. Yeah, dude. Let me try and see exactly. You're gonna
Yeah,
hear
I mean,
exactly what you said. So that
it
way,
comes with the love thing, man. Like I love, collecting and stuff like that. And like if I know I'm
all right, there it is. That's where we're at.
all right,
Comes with the collect. You love collecting, so
yeah,
now we can resume.
yeah. So yeah, I love like collecting gear, and it interests me, and I like getting different tones and experimenting, and it's not like an overnight thing too. Like I've been building my gear collection, my software collection for what 10 years now. Like
Yeah,
you got to be in it. Like this is what I want my life to be.
it's an investment of everything, dude. And like as you've built it up, um, what's been like the thing that's made the biggest difference? Like, something that if someone is starting now and you're just like, dude, you need to get this, you need to do this first. Cause you've obviously had to learn the hard way of like, I bought the wrong thing and now I don't have the money to spend it on this thing or this thing, right? So what is
Yeah.
it that like that you'd tell people you got to get this first, bro?
I mean, definitely solid interface, man. I I don't know. There's a bunch of plugins and stuff you can get too, but like I'm a real sucker for like tube amps and stuff like that. So like
Oh, heck yeah.
recording tube amps at it's loud. It's loud. I have one of these. I picked one of these guys up. A Two Notes Captor X Torpedo.
Okay.
These things are sick. You can plug your tube head directly into this. This goes directly into your interface with impulse responses. You can it simulates a cab. So
Oh, sick, dude.
yeah, so I get tube tones at a bedroom volume, and it's killer. I mean, it's pricey. It's like $500-600 or something like that. But like again, you just gotta invest in some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, dude. I
You
mean, I
know?
see you have one of my favorite amps in the back too. Vox, dude. Just the
Yeah, I
tone,
mean that's
like,
actually kind of my little solid state Vox. I do have an AC30 head back there though.
okay. Dude, I like the funny thing is like I don't know, like I am very ignorant to gear. I like gear for very stupid reasons, right? I
Yeah.
like Vox because I think they look freaking sick.
Oh my god. I mean, honestly, dude, like, yeah, that's like
Like, look at that thing, dude. It's just freaking rad. Like,
beautiful.
it's so retro, but it's like, I don't know, dude. I see those. And then the other one I love is orange amps. I think orange amps are just
Mm,
so fresh, just like in your face, just bold. But I mean, they're freaking cool, man. It's not like a Fender or a PV where it just looks the exact same, which are totally great. They're
yeah.
obviously fantastic amps.
Mhm.
But like there's just something about those, like, Marshall amps. There's just that timeless
Kinda
amp
look
on
to it,
top.
yeah.
It's just like I literally designed like merch stuff for myself that has, instead of Vox, it says BRP, Beyond Rad Podcast, right?
Yeah,
And on the front it'll have my logo, and on the back it'll have a Vox amp with BRP, right?
that's
And
pretty cool.
then like Marshall, I did the same thing with, instead of Marshall, it says Beyond Rad in the same font, right? And I
Yeah,
was like, dude, because they're just so sick looking.
yeah, it's awesome. It really is. I mean, honestly, like, aesthetics and vibe is like it's so stupid. Like, I have, a couple pedals that all do the exact same thing, and, yeah, I bought one that, like, it's like a tube screamer, and then I bought another one from a boutique builder that's like an extra $100 more expensive, just because it looks cooler. It's
Yeah,
so
dude.
dumb, but I eat it up all the time. So some of it's like you know what you know, and some of it's just like you dumb dumb and you fall for it.
I mean, that's pretty cool though, that like is it Matt from Reliant K does his own guitar pedals.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, he does 1981, right?
Yeah, 1981, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are his brand, right?
Mhm.
And then the dudes from Knuckle Puck developed their own.
I saw that. Yeah.
And yeah, dude, but it's, like, cool to be able to support boutique stuff like that. It's like
Oh, no, it is. Oh, I buy it. I
yeah,
will 100% support the builders and stuff. It's just like, if you're that, like, crunch for cash and stuff like that, don't, like
those ones are gonna be more expensive because 'cause they're
yeah.
handcrafted.
Also, like, there's nothing wrong with Boss. Like, Boss or even just Behringer. Behringers, they're $20 pedals, and they're
Oh,
killers.
yeah. Dude,
Like
I used to go for those, like I don't know. I don't even know what brand it was. They were like the basic at like Musician's Friend.
mhm.
That was that the name of the store? The one
Yeah,
at the yeah,
musician
yeah,
friend.
like at the mall or whatever. And like it'd be those little metal ones. They were just like little rectangles, just the tiny ones, and they have one purpose, right? This one's an overdrive pedal, this one's a distortion pedal, this one's a reverb pedal, and they all had one purpose, but they were like 18 or 25 bucks. It's like, oh, this is reasonable, right? Like I could buy like
Yeah.
five of these, but then ultimately you have to buy like seven of them to do what some of these good pedals do. Then you're like, oh, I guess I should have just bought one.
Oh, I mean, yeah, some of them have, like, a million different, like, presets and, like, kinda, like, circuits in there, so you get, like, 5 pedals in one.
Oh, dang it, dude. I'm sorry. We're cutting out again, but we got this, dude. All right, we're back.
Alright.
Yeah, dude, you're
I
right. There are some pedals that have like 1,000 presets, but it's like, I don't know.
I think
Like I said, I'm not a
even
gear
if they're
guy, but
crappy, dude, I'm a firm believer in, like, there's a pedal for every kind of situation you need, and, like, there's a circumstance for every kinda sound or effect that it will bring, like, you
yeah,
can give
dude.
me, like, a broken pedal, I can make it, sound or make it useful.
Yeah, dude. There's a pedal company that I was like, I don't know why. I want to buy one of their pedals. I don't play guitar very often anymore. Like I'll dink around every once in a while, but it's Matthew Sounds is what they're called. And dude, like
Oh, word.
um they do a lot of those ambient sound pedals, the ones that are kind of like spacey,
Oh,
a little
mhm.
bit more like dreamy sound, right? And I was like, dude, these guys are sick. And they've got like the pedal I want is the astrologer or the astronomer or something like that, dude. Super cool. It's
Oh,
just
yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, just, like, what you can do with everything, like,
yeah.
so many genres are born out of, like, just effects pedals, like,
Mhm.
Swedish death metal, HM2, shoegaze, just, like, cranked reverb and, like, really loud noise, fuzzes, it's they're so inspiring, like, you
Yeah.
can sit down, like, I'll, throw a delay on, I'll throw a reverb on and just play, like, dreamy and pretty stuff and for, like, an hour or 2 and just get lost in it, man. It's really fun. I love
All right.
Am I back?
You're back, you're back. So,
So
what's your favorite pedal you have? Obviously, you've probably got, like, a gajillion, but, like, what's the pedal you can't live without?
I think I just need a good overdrive. I
Okay.
just love, distortion, pushing it into overdrive, pushing, for some breakup, like adding some grit too, because like you can throw an overdrive on a clean amp and just get like, some pretty hefty tones. So
Yeah.
I would probably say overdrive. Second, maybe I can mess with delays. I think delays are pretty rad.
I think the delay and the reverb are pedals that just but you can do that kind of on an amp too, like, a lot of amps have, like, knobs for, like, reverb, don't they, and delay?
Yeah, some of them do, but
Okay.
yeah, some of them like I think my Vox definitely has a tremolo and a reverb. I love tremolo. Tremolo is cool as hell too.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, again, I can play that stuff for hours and be entertained.
Well, like you said, there's kind of an inspiration that comes from just changing a sound, right? Like there's something like you change one little tone and you're like, wait a minute, this changes everything. This changes how I write my song. This changes the direction my song is going. This gives my song more more body, or it completely like changes the way these lyrics hit. It just like everything can change with a single pedal. Are we back? Oh, we're back.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah, I
hear
mean,
me?
like, yeah, I heard all that.
Perfect, perfect.
Yeah, but like it changes like the sounds, like it changes like the sound structure, you know, coming from the amp. It adds like so much flavor and texture, and yeah, it can turn something from like kind of lifeless to like in your face, let's go, like hype stuff. Yeah, I love. I think I have like about like 40 right now ish, just like
Jeez.
random stuff. I as I'm actually I used to be so much worse. This is like all stuff that I've been holding on to.
Well, I
Um,
mean, you were the one who told me about Sweetwater, aren't you? Like, I'm
Sweetwater,
pretty yeah, pretty sure you guys were the ones who were like, "Yeah, we've got a contact at Sweetwater. They send me candy, they send me T-shirts and the stickers." And
oh, it's awesome, dude. Yeah, Ben Robinson, shout out to my guy.
yeah,
He's my Sweetwater guy. He calls me every now and then to see what's up and see how everything's going.
yeah,
Yeah, I get
dude,
all
I
my
love
stuff from
it.
Sweetwater. If I'm buying new at least.
Yeah, 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 for sure. And when did that start for you, dude? Like, when did you start being a gear junkie?
Oh, um, I want to say when I was in college, because like
Okay.
I wanted to start take I wanted to start taking myself more seriously, like because I've been playing with like a Line 6 Spider 3 since I was in like high school. Like high school up until like maybe my junior year of college, sophomore year of college. And it gets the job done. If you're playing, bedroom stuff or you're writing, like a lot of people will talk a lot of shit on the Line 6 Spider amps, but like if you're not playing live, it doesn't matter. So I wasn't really in need of anything. But once I started to get
Yeah.
more seriously into writing, there's so many different things that add to tone, what the cabinet's made out of, the speakers in the cabinet, the pickups in your guitar, the strings in your guitar, the tuners and tuning stability and all that stuff. Like there's so much that goes into it. Not even like including pedals. Like so much goes into it.
Yeah.
And then once you start I started out like not ripping off, but like, oh, Under Oath, they use JCM 800. Oh, Citizen also uses a JCM 800. I'm going to get a JCM 800.
Yeah.
Um, stuff like, yeah. So I just kind of look at other artists that I liked and see what they did. And, it's just like a huge rabbit hole, and I just never got out of it.
Yeah, dude. In your opinion, who has the most distinct like sound?
Oh, dude, I don't know.
I have something in my head, but I want to know your thoughts. I want to know what you think.
I'm trying to think, man. I don't know, because I listen to right now. Like, are we talking guitar tone wise, or just like everything coming together wise?
Both. So guitar tone. Who has a guitar tone that you're like, dude, you hear that? You're like, I know who that is.
That's kind of funny, man. I can't pull anything out of my hat right now.
That's
'Cause
it.
it's definitely like I put some stuff on shuffle, or I've been on my like daily drive playlist and not knowing any of these artists, and I'm like, wait a second, this sounds exactly like,
Yep.
like the Casey Strain or a Muir, like I don't know. Like I can kind of tell like when like a Josh Travis riff, from Tony Danza and Muir, or like Glass Cloud, it kind of
Okay.
sounds pretty unique. And I'm not super into a lot of that like super super low tune stuff anymore. It's pretty cool, but like he does it in a way that just kind of stands out to me. His writing style
Okay.
is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. What about like a full band sound? Something that just when you hear it all come together without vocals, like obviously like vocals obviously gives a lot of stuff away most of the
Oh
time.
my god, yeah.
But
Um,
like a full band sound, like you hear the drums, like okay, that's a distinct drum with that bass, and like that, like Linkin Park obviously has that vibe, right? Like you
yeah.
could place a Linkin Park song forever, right?
Oh,
Even
dude,
without Chester's voice, but
no one ever did what Linkin Park did better than Linkin Park. Like,
no, not even close.
everyone's trying to do like Linkin Park courses and the metalcore songs, and like it sounds cool, I guess, but like no one. We already have Linkin Park. Like no
Mhm.
one sounds better.
Yep.
Um, But man, I don't know. Like I think Under Oath, like old Under Oath, to me was so like not groundbreaking, but they had a sound to them, man. They really did. They're Only Chasing Safety was phenomenal. Lost in
Yeah.
the Sound was phenomenal. Um, yeah, probably Under Oath, I'd say.
Okay. I mean, that is a band that literally was genre shaping. Like
Oh yeah.
they built so much as a band. Like it's funny because I never really listened to Under Oath. Not that I never
Mhm.
appreciated them, but it was never my main
Yeah.
like style. But man, I can 100% understand and appreciate how much they did for music, like especially for the scene, quote unquote, right? Like
Oh yeah,
they
they
did
were
so much.
well, they were like one of the first ones or to popularize, the whole drummer singing thing. I think
Mhm.
they were one of the reasons why people started to do like the dichotomy of like the screaming and the singing together. And
Yeah,
honestly, like I think they're one of the reasons why Christian metalcore became such a huge thing.
I think so.
Um, yeah. So
Yeah, dude. I think so. I do think that they are the reason for Christian metalcore. Like that whole genre for all that time
yeah,
was
I mean,
was
in,
them.
in the scene, like a lot of people take Christianity and Christian music, they take it as a joke, and like rightfully so to an extent, like. But they're, I think, one of the first bands to make it be like, whoa, like this could be good, and like, religious too. That's
All right. Oh. Dude, gotta figure this out. Wondering if it's my internet or what, dude. Don't know. But yeah,
I'm
dude.
hearing everything. Yeah, I'm hearing
Yeah,
everything
I'm
from.
not sure. I'm not sure what's going on then, but yeah, dude, you're right. Like it is that there was like this idea that because just completely honest, like a lot of religious music has always been very
Preachy,
yeah,
like
just in your face,
corny.
kind of like
Yeah,
yeah, like and there were a lot of bands that just kind of made it good, right? Like Reliant K made it good, Under Oath made it good. Like they just like they took and what was my wife, one of her favorites. Oh man.
the Devil Wears
Um
Prada, August Burns Red. I'm
no,
trying to
no,
think.
she doesn't listen to Hawk Nelson was her jam back in the
Hawk
day.
Nelson,
Yeah, dude. But
Striper.
yeah, she like I was listening to Boys of Fall,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah, my buddy listens to them a bunch.
dude, they're super talented, super great. I was listening to their music, and my wife was like, "You need to change this because this is too hard for the boys." I was like, "Come on."
The
she
message is
she
positive, I promise.
yeah, she's like, "You can listen to it, but" and I don't mind like harder music, but it was like they were actually screaming, and she's like, "This is too much." And I was like, "Okay, okay, calm down."
Oh, bro, put on some Impending Doom. It sounds like the most non-Christian band ever, but I think they might still be Christian.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think Memphis Mayfire is still doing Christian. I think that's still their big thing with their new music.
Yeah, isn't that guy kind of a douchebag though?
I think he was very preachy. Yeah, I don't know much
Yeah,
about him. I just know that he
yeah,
was very preachy on stage.
yeah. That's annoying. I mean,
We back. Dang it, man. It's all good. Good thing we can easily edit this stuff to make it nice and smooth.
the sort.
Oh, you're still cutting out. It started and then it cut out again. It's weird because it just happens like incrementally. It's like it just randomly happens and it'll cut out and then just get back in and have no issues at all. I don't get it.
Mhm.
But yeah, dude, I agree. It's kind of like it's unfortunate when someone's preachy on stage, regardless of what they're preachy about. It's like, dude, like,
Yeah, I'm here to escape from all my issues and problems. Like, I don't want to hear, real life
yeah.
stuff.
That's why I always hated when bands would get political on stage. I'm like, guys, let's just not talk about the president or let's not talk about like political issues. Let's just talk about like the fact that we're all here and we can all agree that this is awesome. I don't know. That's kind of my take on it. At least I'm not a huge fan of people who kind of like virtue signal. I guess you know.
Oh, I agree. You know, it's to an extent, it's just kind of like almost expected and cheesy to do it at this point. Like,
Yeah,
um, you know, speak your word, man. Like, if you support a good cause, you know, I can hop on it. But, yeah, again, I kind of want to escape, you know, and like I kind of want to just mosh and I kind of want to vibe out. Yeah, I just, you know, and also, dude, I'm not saying every musician's an idiot, but like, dude, I'm a monkey, you know, like I'm a ding dong, and like I know a lot of other musicians who are also ding dongs, you know, like so I don't want to take political advice from, you know, someone who,
yeah,
yeah, people who are
yeah.
like
The
me.
size, the size of stage doesn't make their intellect larger. It just makes their voice project a little bit more, and that's always been my issue with like a lot of like that's what my problem is with politics in general. Is it's like regardless of how whether this person can actually think clearly or not, it's just like whether they're popular. And it's like, oh, my stage is larger, so now I can get voted in, or I can promote my cause that like really isn't a cause. It's just me wanting to virtue signal. And like I'm like, dude, like no one's actually standing for anything aside from
Yeah,
being popular.
yeah, like people are dying, dog. You know, like people are like
Yeah,
literally dying, and you know, yeah, I think it's like clout chasing to an extent. You know, unless you're actually doing something,
absolutely.
like
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Now we got derailed a little bit with politics, but dude, I am curious with obviously we talked about with like, you're getting all your new music out. You said that the moment the metronome comes on, it just kind of like messes you up. But you've been making music in like a more controlled setting for a long time.
I'm
So
getting better at it. I just don't like it
okay,
still.
well, but what is it that like what is it that kills you, dude? What is it that sets it off?
I mean, like when I'm just tracking demos and stuff, it matters, you know. But like when I want something to be published and put out there, I am neurotic and I want it to be perfect and I want
Uh,
everything, you know, like I even just like if I get outvoted on like a decision, you know, so like to use this the tambourine or not, you know, like if I want it there, I will hear it not be there every time. You know, like I'm like, "That should have been there," and, like, it's done and it's over with, and, like, it again, I'm a control freak with this stuff, and, like, my band's probably super annoyed with me, like, I need to make it perfect in my
Yeah, dude.
because I have, like, a vision and a sound in my head, and it's awful.
Well, I mean, there's something to be said though about the passion.
Oh, 100%. It's just annoying.
And I'm sure that like the the fact that you are so in it, like you are so like committed to it, it may be annoying, but it's also probably is outweighed. Like the annoyance is outweighed by dude, this guy knows what's up. Like he actually cares. And I feel like that would be more important to me than someone who just kind of goes with the vibe and is willing to just lay down a track. I feel like speaking your mind and making what you feel like, I don't know, that's more contributive. I don't know, more of a contribution. You know what
Oh,
I
for
mean?
sure. I mean, there's definitely, like, a certain vibe and, like, I think, a certain contribution to that personality type to come in and just like like loosey goosey like do stuff, but like if there's someone controlling it all, controlling the chaos and stuff like that, and like the I don't want to say someone calling the shots, like that can work well, and like I just have to be that person, or
Yeah,
else
dude.
it yeah, or else it's a bad time for me.
No, I love it, dude. I'm like I said, I from my perspective, from my point of view, it's like everyone has contributions, and it's
Mhm.
like as long as you're contributing as yourself, like you are, hey, this is Billy. This is how Billy contributes. He's always gonna do this. Like that to me is like so important because then you actually are your sound is coming through in the music. And you did say as well, like one of the things that you do is you're listening to a wide variety, like a really wide array of music. What are some of the like who are some of the bands that you're listening to right now that are really inspiring you?
I am always I love the Acacia Strain. They're like one of my
They're
go-tos.
like hardcore.
Yeah, I love it.
Just the face, dude.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, there's
the
just
Acacia Strain, they're
that's the
good.
face of like a breakdown, dude, when someone hears a breakdown.
Nice, chunky, beefy. Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my jam, man. I grew up on like one of the bands that really changed the way I look at music and listen to music and write is a lot of Dispute. The record Wildlife. It was like
I
kind
don't
of
even
like
think I've heard of
the
them.
you never heard a lot of Dispute?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I mean, they're like really like whiny, so like a lot of people don't like him. I get it, you know. It was kind of the first band to flip the switch in my head and make me realize, oh, like this isn't just singing over riffs or screaming over riffs. Like everything works together cohesively, and it's one
Mhm.
big painting. You know, like so they're kind of in and out of my rotation a lot. Yeah, I got into Under Oath. Uh, you know, Citizen was like someone to really put me on that sad boy stuff. Story So Far, you know, they're classic. I mean, even the old like not oldies, but like old Taking Back Sunday, old
Oh,
Panic,
dude. Yeah.
you know, old Fall Out Boy, you know, like so much good stuff.
Yeah, dude. When you say old Taking Back Sunday, you're talking like with Fred?
Yeah,
Yeah. There's just that album, dude. Like, oh my gosh.
it's so
Just
good.
it's so good. One of my favorite lines of all time is from Taking Back Sunday, and it's like I can't even think of how the whole song goes right now in my head. Like I know it, like I could easily place the song, but the line that just kills me, it's hilarious, is anyone will do tonight. Just close your eyes and just settle. Like that that line, I don't know why, but it was just like the funniest line that I could ever recall. It was just like anyone will do tonight. Close your
I
eyes and
mean,
just
like
settle.
that they gotta. I love the way they write. They're great lyricists, man. Like and like that sounds funny and like in a lot of ways it is, but like I think it really kind of like hints on like the darker kind of like
Yeah.
um you know like this is just how I get lost and this is like you know
Yep.
like I've had some issues with similar mindsets and stuff like that in the past and like it yeah so it's a lot darker than it comes off, you know.
Dude, I mean, you just gave me a different perspective on it, and now I'm like, "Oh, I
You know
can't
what I'm
really
saying? Like,
laugh
you
at
know,
those
like
lyrics anymore."
that's someone's heroin, you know, sex is someone's like
Yeah,
alcohol. Like,
dude. Well, great. Now I can't laugh at the lyrics anymore. I can't think of that and just
oh,
smile
bro,
anymore.
laugh all you want, man. Find that humor and misery and you know, in
I
the
guess that's
darkness.
why they wrote it, right? Is
Yeah, I think
they were
so.
trying to find the joy or find some relief from the misery, I guess. Oh man, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Honestly, I was just like, I'd never
I wasn't trying to
considered
ruin
that.
it for you, you know,
No,
like,
no, it's just interesting that like that's one of my favorite things about music though, right? Is like
oh, give me one thing
perspectives change
for you
things.
that, yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
When
Yeah, I
when you guys are working as a band, obviously there's a bunch of different perspectives. You're talking about music that you come into like writing with. Um, what are some of the other guys in the band? Like what are they coming like where are they coming from musically?
like Andy, he's a little bit older than us, so again, he likes old Thrice. He loves Coheed. Some of those older like Drive Through Records bands. He's like
Yeah.
really into. Like Julio, he listens to like a lot of like Deftones. Our new bassist Will is into the Deftones, so that they like a lot of that spacey kind of vibey stuff.
Yeah.
Um, Chris is really into like Mayday Parade. He loves Bayside. There's you know Tyler also listens to like the Acacia Strain, like a wide array of like punk and hardcore stuff like that. Um, we all bring in like a little tasty flavor to it,
I
you
mean,
know.
it's like a buffet, dude. I love it. You know, lots of and like I said, the coolest thing to me is how it all comes together as a band. Like
Hmm.
especially with like I think obviously the new single is probably a pretty good indication of where things are going. And that makes me super pumped because I enjoyed Nude Shoes a lot. Like I
Yeah.
really dug what you guys did there. But there was just something like when I heard Sucker Punch, I was like, this has got it for me. This is like hitting. This is hitting just right for me, you know? And so I got super stoked. And it's kind of cool. Like as I listen to it, I can hear different influences and different, like, types, like a little bit more chuggy, a little bit more breakdowny, and like, okay, this is cool, but it's still pop punk. It's,
Yeah.
leaning, sometimes it leans more towards like, Day to Remember or 4 Years Strong, depending on how chuggy, right? But then most of
Mhm.
it's just like really fun and vibey. And dude, I'm like I said, I'm stoked for the new stuff that's coming out, man.
I really appreciate it, man, and like, yeah, I'm really happy with like the directions we're going. I mean, I always want more breakdowns. I want more like hardcore elements, dude. We were in the studio and like, yo, let's throw a gang chant right here. And I said that like for every song, and my producer's like, yo, shut up, like.
It's like you can do that every once in a while, but not every time, dude.
No, I want it every time.
That's amazing. I was there's there was a so my buddy or my brother-in-law, he created a pop punk Christmas playlist for us.
Oh, word.
Yeah, dude. And have you heard the pop punk 12 Days of Christmas?
Who's it by?
Uh let me find it here. Is it Let me see. Where is my freaking Apple Music at? There it is right there. It is by where is it? 12 Days of a Pop Punk Christmas by Jared Alonge.
Oh, dude, I love Jared Alonji. He's so funny.
Yeah. And like it's hilarious, right? Um and one of the parts he talks about like breakdowns, right? He's like, because it's like 5 pizzas on like for the fifth day, right? And like
Mhm,
2 pairs of skinny khakis or whatever, right? He's going through all these things, and
mhm.
one of the parts is he's like, and a breakdown, and he just like, it's just amazing, dude.
Like a drop, like a breakdown out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
dude, it was just incredible. I was like, yeah, obviously he's a kid, he's a scene kid, he knows what's up.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, did you ever see those videos on YouTube that was like every hardcore vocalist or every metalcore vocalist?
Uh-uh.
Oh, dude, once we're done here, look up like every hardcore vocalist, every pop punk vocalist. Look it up on YouTube and like, it's kind of funny.
I'll definitely check it out
That
because
was his like claim to fame. Like those things
okay.
kind of.
Okay. I mean, I love YouTube stuff. I can't think of the guy's name right now, but he does the Emo's Not Dead. Have you seen those?
No, oh yeah, I think so. I
Oh,
think
dude.
was he like does scenarios where he's not emo and then he's like
Yep,
incredibly
and he
emo. With,
turns in yeah, yep,
yeah,
yeah,
and his
dude.
girlfriend's like, "What the?"
Yeah, exactly. He's like on a freaking the Silverstein one just killed me, dude. He just eats an entire bag of weed brownies and just like is totally just high as a kite. It's pretty incredible.
That was one of the bands I slept on, man. I never really got into Silverstein past like
Really?
Smile in Your Sleep. Yeah,
Dude, that was the only hard band that I ever listened to. Like,
really.
when you said Under Oath, like, Silverstein was my Under Oath at that time, right? Like,
Oh,
that was
word.
the
Okay,
hardest I went was Silverstein. So that's kinda funny that you slept on them because, like, dude, I'm obsessed with Silverstein.
dude. A lot of people are, man, and like I love. There's another song or two off like around that time period, which I'm very familiar with. The name's escaping me right now. It was solid. It was good. I just never gave it the proper listen.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Arrivals and Departures, I don't know, like, Discovering the Waterfront was the album
Mhm.
that I heard first and was like, "Dude." And it was the first time that I ever actually appreciated well, no, second time I ever appreciated a band when they screamed in a song.
Oh
The
yeah.
first time I ever appreciated it was Senses Fail.
Oh, Census Fail was tight. I'm trying to think like was that like your introduction to like heavier stuff?
Yeah, yeah, like that like, Silverstein and Anberlin were the 2 hard bands I listened Anberlin is
Okay.
obviously very not hard rock, but they
Mhm.
they toured with a lot of, like, really hard bands, like, they were on
Yeah.
tour with Under Oath a lot, like, they were on tour with, Scary Kids Scaring Kids, which, once again, not super hard, but at the
Yeah.
time, for me, I was like, "Wow, this is
Wow.
pretty intense stuff, man."
Oh, dude, especially when you're like 14, you're like, "Yo, this is sick."
Yeah, exactly, but at the time, I was like, "This is so heavy, what the heck?" But, like, now I look back and, like, Silverstein still is just incredible to me, dude. I freaking love Silverstein.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're pretty solid. I need to give them a shot. Like just a proper listen. Like again, the older stuff, like there was a couple songs I'm like, oh, this is good. And it was on my little iPod, and I played it all the time. I just never gave the rest of the discography a proper listen. And I
Yeah.
think I heard "Smile in Your Sleep" on like a Degrassi.
Oh,
episode.
really?
Yeah, dude, they used to play like good shit on Degrassi.
Wait a minute. I'm remembering Degrassi from our previous conversation. Because isn't that the one that Drake was on?
Yeah, but when he was in the wheelchair, he got like
Yeah,
shot or something.
yeah, dude. I just remember laughing so hard about your love of Degrassi, bro. I just like I tried to refresh my memory on like the podcast, but I was like, I don't want to know exactly what we talked about because I want it to be fresh again,
Mhm.
right? I
Yeah,
was
of
like,
course.
but I was like, I refreshed myself on most of the conversations, right? Which obviously was like what you do for work, like, a bunch of the
Yeah.
different things. But that one was one of those ones that definitely did not get refreshed until just barely.
I mean, I was like a passive Degrassi watcher, so like when it was on, I would watch it. I had some friends who were like really into it, but they had like back in the day, they had some good music on there, man. Or I mean, like good as far as like my tastes go. You
Yeah,
know,
that's funny, dude. I love it. Oh man. Well, dude, like I said, I obviously I know you've got to get to your band practice, and I've got a few new questions to end things off. But
rattle them off, man.
I
Actually,
first
it just got canceled, so
oh,
take as much time as you need.
all right. Well, first off, I do want to say, dude, I'm super glad that you reached out. It's so much fun, dude. I really appreciate you taking the time, man. It's an absolute blast for me to talk with you. So I want to make sure I preface that before I jump into the closing notes with the questions, right?
Okay, yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, dude. So this one is what is your best purchase you've made that's under $100?
Ooh, under $100. Oh God, it doesn't have to be music related.
Anything. Best purchase you've ever made that's under $100.
I'm like looking around my room right now. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think I can give you an answer, man. Like, I genuinely don't know. I buy a lot of stuff.
You can't think of anything that kinda changed the game for you when you purchased it?
I mean, everything's kind of more than that, though. Like, I mean, probably one of my first pedals, maybe. I think because that's what really kind of got me into just like pedals in general and like tone shaping and stuff like that. Like, I bought I followed like Misha Mansour from Periphery, and I think he was working with Proton Pedals, and they were selling this overdrive called the Dead Horse Overdrive because everyone was making two Screamer clones, and I was like beating a dead horse. I thought it was really funny. So like that's kind of what got me into like tone. Well, it's one of the entry points. I think it was like around like $80, $100, something like that. So it might be a little over, but it's around there.
Hey, right around the 100, dude. See, I told you could come up with something, bro. But that like, the story behind that's cool too, like, the how that was the first one that you remember, like, really it changed the game for you?
Yeah, because like my first pedal was a noise suppressor, so that doesn't do
Yeah, that
anything
doesn't
except
really
make my amp
yeah.
less noisy. So like it doesn't really affect the tone all that much. But like really, once you get in there and start like messing around with the knobs and stuff like that, like it, it was that or the Boss Chorus Ensemble. I think that might have been the first pedal I actually bought. Now I'm thinking about it. I got it used with a huge pedal board. Um, but yeah, the one of those two probably.
Dude, I love it. See? I knew you could come up with something. I had faith.
Took me a minute.
All right, dude. Uh, your best like, we're coming up on the new year, right?
Okay.
So, best memory from 2021, besides obviously being on the podcast, you know?
Oh, of course, of course.
Just
Honestly, man, I think it was probably recently, like this past Sunday, like we had our first show since the pandemic happened,
oh, heck yeah, dude.
and like not only was it like our best performance yet, it felt so good to get out again, to kill it, to be out here with like our buds, not even just in terms of people who came to see us, but like we're playing with our good friends in the view from here and our new friends in Jet Jaguar. Um, Phenomenal. Like it was
Yeah.
the vibe, everything was perfect. It's just super fun, lighthearted. Everyone was getting along, having a couple beers, like again, just hanging out with my friends. And that's kind of what I want every show to be like.
Yeah, dude. That's so sick. Where was the show at?
It was in Manville. It was like at a bar called the North Side Lounge.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, so it was like a tiny place, but like we packed it out and it was so fun just to
Dude,
get out there.
that first show back, dude, I bet that was just revitalizing,
I
dude.
was so nervous, man. I
Oh,
was
I bet,
freaking out.
dude.
Yeah, we've been working hard though, like practicing all the time, like writing and stuff like that. So like to see the fruit of our labor kind of like really, show like,
Yeah, not in a studio setting where you have to, like, deal with metronomes and stuff. Just
oh geez, metronome's gotta go.
No, I love it, dude. No. So, how long? Because obviously you said it's the first one since the pandemic. When was the last show you played
We
before that?
played we played a show in South Jersey at a venue called the Greenbrier. These people had it like out of their house. It was actually an awesome venue. It was shortly after. I'm trying to look it up right now.
Yeah, dude, I know
Shortly
I got
after we dropped Billy's Here. We released the video. So, oh, mother,
it.
yeah, so probably like February, maybe March. That was like 2019, I think. So we
Dang,
haven't played a show since February or March 2019.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
That is such a like, thinking about that, it's 2.5 years. That is so freaking long, dude.
yeah, I know, man. I know. But again, we've been working hard though, and I've been working really hard, and it just I felt really proud of my performance, and I was in a state where I was like just happy.
Dude, that's so freaking cool, man. That
Yeah,
makes
it
me
was
so
awesome.
pumped. It makes me so stoked for you because it's
I
just like
appreciate it.
so magical, dude, to get back out there. And like I remember like so I've gone to a few shows since the pandemic has kind of started its little wind down. And
Mhm.
dude, it's just there's something incredible about just getting back at shows and like that energy that's there and just being back at it, dude. It's just I don't know. What's that?
It's awesome,
Taking Back
man.
Sun or not Taking Back Sunday, Day to Remember song, or right back at it again, right? Like,
Oh, right back at it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, dude, that song kept coming to my mind every time, like, right back at it again, baby, let's do this.
We're doing it. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to get more involved in the scene in general. Like, I'm making more of an effort to like make it out to like my friend shows and stuff like that, and just to get more involved in the community. Um, yeah, it's something is awesome about being back, and it feels kind of normal again. So hopefully, the
Yeah,
Omicron fucking variant doesn't take that away from me.
yeah, seriously, dude. I mean, from all the things that I've read, dude, the Omicron, whatever the frick it's called, it's more transmissible, but far less, like,
Deadly.
deadly. Yeah, so it's
Oh, so it's like the Delta.
Yeah, so
I don't
it's
know.
basically it's basically it's kind of what happens with viruses over time in general, like what happened with the flu, right? It
Yeah.
happens every year. It's way more transmissible than it was back when it first started, but it's not nearly as deadly as it used to be. It's kind of
Okay.
what happens with viruses, I guess, over time as they
Probably. It
Yeah,
mutates and it gets to like just less effective and we,
yep,
grow resistances to it. That makes sense.
exactly. So hopefully, like I'm pretty sure we're just gonna have to live with it, right? But it's like hopefully that's what it is, like that it's just kind of a it's like, yeah, it comes and goes, but it's like the flu where it's just kind of it's not super bad. So I've got my fingers crossed because I don't want live shows to go away again either.
Dude, yeah,
So
I just got back into it and like I missed it so much. I missed it so goddamn much.
yeah, dude, can't give that stuff back up, man. Like it's giving it up once is like, oh, okay, you weren't sure, but then once we gave it up, is like, dude, that was a lot longer. It was a lot more of a commitment than I thought it was.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I hope you know, the
Yeah,
world
dude.
doesn't crumble again. Who knows? Who knows?
All right, bro. This one is these ones were harder questions to like because obviously we went through kind of surface level questions
Yeah.
with the last time, but this one, if you could like you've got I'll say in the next 6 months you're looking to do something big, you want whatever you want to do. what's something that you would like to check off your bucket list within like the next 6 to 12 months?
Oh boy, I like band related. I mean, I guess
Anything,
right.
dude, just you, yeah, band or you, just like something on your list that you think you can achieve within the next 6 to 12 months, and that you would just like, it would be like, dude, check a giant check mark on the bucket list. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I guess in terms of the band, I kind of just I want to. I just want people to take it seriously. I want to, I want to play with way more shows. I want to play with like reputable people. Like I just want to immerse myself in the band. Like so I don't think there's like one event. I just want to do multiple tiny events. Just
Yeah.
just playing all the time. I guess otherwise probably just get a better job. Get a job in the music industry or something like that.
Do it, dude.
Working on it. So.
Heck yeah, bro. Yeah, man. You're in a pretty good place for that, right? Like New Jersey's got quite a bit of.
Oh, the city's right there. It's just that,
Yeah.
like it's just awful to commute. Like
Oh yeah, dude.
from where I am, especially, I think I used to intern in the city, and I think my commute was like 3 hours back and forth, like a total, 3-4 hours.
Yeah,
So
hour
like,
and a half each way or whatever. Dude, that sounds
it
just
sucks. It
gnarly.
was miserable. I'm taking the train, so like, so I'd be facing what I am now time wise, like every day. So
Yeah.
um, trying to escape that.
Yeah, dude.
We'll
No, I
figure it
get
out.
that. I get that. No, I wish you the best of luck with that because
I
that's
appreciate
like
it, man.
it's I don't know, like there's something about like when you're on a daily grind, when you find something you actually enjoy, it just changes things, man.
Oh,
Definitely. So,
100%.
so, dude, I hope the best for you because that sounds like that would be friggin' sick to get that all working and just kind of jiving, dude. All right, one last one that just kind of came to my head.
Ask it.
All right, dude. If there was, Sucker Punch, like this is pretty realistic to me.
Mhm.
You could play a show with any band right now, a band that makes sense, right? Like maybe not the Acacia Strain because you may not fit in at that. You guys may not quite catch the crowd. You know what I'm
Well, we
saying?
play in open F, so if we bring 8 strings out, played it a whole octave lower, we might be able to pull it off.
You might be able to do it. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Who
drop
would you?
F, yeah.
You said you want to play with some more reputable bands, though. Who are some bands that you'd love to play with?
I mean, in terms of like in our own scene, like Save Face, they blew up. Origami Angel blew up. Um, Meet Me at the Altar blew up. Like
Dude, they are good.
they're good, man. They're solid. Like house parties from Texas, they're good. Um, there's a lot of people from like our area, I almost said Phillipsburg, Philly, New Jersey, New
Yeah.
York. So many people. I think the Messengers are from around here. The Wonder Years are from
Wonder Years,
Philly.
Grayscale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Go Grayscale too, dude. Like my vocalist Chris used to play with them before they were like they blew up. Like not in bands with them, but like alongside
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to do more stuff. Like not that I'm above playing with like local bands because we are a local band. But
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I just want to be. I just want to take advantage of opportunities and get those opportunities.
I love it,
Secure
dude.
them.
No, I get that, dude. That's so cool. You've got like man, I've I'll have to get you in touch with some band because like I've talked to so many bands out there in New Jersey. Like there's so many that I should just like start getting you guys all in contact with each other, kind of become like a middleman and kind of I'm just like, oh, just me and my little friend. He's gonna help you out here, you know.
Yeah. You come to me on the day of my
You
podcast
come to
and
me on the day of my podcast. No, dude, because like there's a lot of bands that I'm just like, dude, I'm big fans of all of you guys, and I was like, that'd be kind of cool to get that all coordinated, dude. That'd be sick.
oh
Get
yeah.
you guys like on the same page too.
Oh yeah, exactly, man. Like, I mean, we're already talking again. Like, I just said we played with Jet Jaguar. We're trying to set something up a friend circle. It's just good bands in the scene. Like, there's some awesome bands. The View from here, like, they're killer.
Yeah,
Um, so many talented people that I'm like friends with and that are in my community, and like, it's awesome. It's
yeah,
really
dude.
inspiring.
Heck yeah, bro. Well, man, I am like I said, super pumped about the new music, and you can always send me pre-released stuff and I may not, do a whole lot with it aside from just listen to the heck out of it and be really excited for when it officially drops. But yeah, no, I'm loving it, dude. I'm super stoked for you guys, and I wish you guys the best of luck because it's gonna be a sick journey, dude.
I really appreciate it, man. And like it's yeah, this the whole record release that we're or the whole record recording process, like we're all so immersed in it, and it's like our child, and it's going to be cool once it's everything's out, everything all
Yeah,
our
dude.
cards are on the table. Like we worked really hard, and I appreciate you giving us the time to come on here. I appreciate you for giving us the platform and for even just listening to us and checking us out, giving us the time of day, man. I appreciate
Oh
it.
heck yeah, dude. I friggin' like I said, I love what you guys do. So it's my pleasure to have you on here. So anyway, dude, let's definitely talk again because
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean,
I'm
we're dropping something in January, so we'll
yeah, well, dude, like we'll just have you as a regular, once a month guest, just
dude, I'm down. I love hanging out,
yeah, let's like we'll just do like we'll change like I've got my official Friday releases, right? But then we'll like start doing Monday releases where it's like, hey, the recurring guest day, where I just have like a random conversation with someone consistently. That'd be great.
I mean, yeah, hit me up, man. I'm down for that shit. Let's
Hey,
do it.
let's do it, bro. Let's make it happen. I
I'm
mean, I'm
super
I'm
down.
actually down for that because more content, right? We're
Yeah,
talking about repurposing stuff we're needing to like grow, right? Like, dude, like more content, dude.
let's do it too, baby.
Dude, I love it. All right, brother. Well, you have a killer evening, dude.
All right, you too, man. I appreciate it.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Peace out, man.
Bye.
What a cool dude. Good old Billy, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. My schedule was a little off. I thought this was supposed to be tomorrow. So yeah, we ended up doing today, which worked out fantastically for me because I've got a bunch of work I got to get done over the weekend. So um check out Sucker Punch. They've got their brand new single. Let me look at the name. I don't remember the name right off the top of my head. But they've got their brand new single that they released just a month ago, and you should definitely check it out because it is sick. Sucker Punch. Let's see. Yep. Yeah. Go check out their new single. And I'm not sure exactly when this episode will drop live, but like go live as a podcast. But I've got a lot of editing. Obviously, you guys were here for the interview. You probably saw it cut out a bunch of times. So anyway, till next time, deuces.